This question was asked in Delhi CBSE 2011 for 3 marks. We'll discuss this question. It's a very important question. What are the questions saying? A ray of light is incident on a glass prism. Trace the path of the ray and derive an expression for A plus delta is equal to I plus E. So I hope you have got the question. Now we'll do the solution of this. So this is the glass prism. A ray of light is incident on it. Let the incident ray be named as PQ. When a ray of light goes from rarer to denser medium, it will bend, that is getting refracted. And from denser to rarer medium, it will bend away from the normal, and this ray is termed as the emergent ray. The angle with the normal is angle of incidence. This angle with the normal is angle of emergence. These are the two angle of refractions of the first phase and then the second phase. We know that this incident ray went straight, this emergent ray bended this much, so it is bended this much, and this angle is termed as angle of deviation, that is delta. Can I say this angle, let it be delta 1, and this angle, let it be delta 2? So if this is I, this whole will be I. Out of this is R1. So delta 1 will become I minus R1. And this whole is E. So this whole will also be E. So delta 2 will become E minus R2. So we know delta 1 is I minus R1 and delta 2 is E minus R2. In triangle MQR, MQR is this triangle. I can say the exterior angle is sum of two remote interior angles. The exterior is sum of two remote interior. So delta will become delta 1 plus delta 2. But delta 1 from here is I minus R1 and delta 2 from here is E minus R2. So can I club I and E together, will become I plus E minus R1 minus R2 minus R1 plus R2. In triangle QNR, QNR is the lower triangle. I can say angles in a triangle add up to 180. So R1 plus R2 plus triangle QNR will become 180. This plus this is 180. Third thing, in a cyclic quadrilateral, where is the cyclic quadrilateral? We can see the cyclic quadrilateral AQNR. AQNR. What is the cyclic quadrilateral with the opposite angles add up to how much? 180. So I can say if this is the normal, okay, with this angle, so this will be 90, and this is the normal with this angle, it will be 90. So 90 plus 90 is 180. So these two angles of the cyclic quadrilateral will also add up to 180, this and this. So can I say angle A plus angle QNR is adding up to 180? In the cyclic quadrilateral AQNR, A plus QNR is 180. We have got equation 2 and equation 3. If I see equation 2 and equation 3, 180, 180, same. QNR, same. So this both have to be same. That means A will become equal to R1 plus R2. So from 2 and 3 we know that A is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, now we know that A is R1 plus R2. If you look at equation number 1, that is delta is I plus E minus R1 plus R2. So R1 plus R2 is A. From 4, substitute in 1. So delta will become I plus E minus A. So A plus delta will become I plus E. So we know from here that the angle of deviation, beta, what is this? Angle of the prism, that is A. What is delta? Angle of deviation. By how much is the ray deviated by? Kitna mud gaya wo? I is the angle of incidence, E is the angle of emergence. So can I say angle of deviation depends on angle of incidence? It depends on the angle of prism, and it also depends on the material of the prism, that it depends on mu. So we can say delta depends on I, delta depends on A, and delta also depends on the material of the prism. Now we can see this question is for 3 marks. So how will be the splitting up of marks? The diagram will fetch you 1 mark. If you draw the diagram properly like this, you will get 1 mark. Okay, Equation number 1 will fetch you half mark. Equation number 2 and 3 will fetch you half mark. Equation number 4 will fetch you half mark. And the main equation which is asked, that is a plus delta is equal to I plus E, which you write from here, will fetch you half mark. So it will become 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is how many marks? 3 marks. So if this comes in the examination, if you write it this way, you will get whole 3 marks.